Upon arriving there, my first open dance class, I noticed that I was the only black girl, black girl in general, light, dark, I was the only one. And coming from a building where everyone looked like me, the teachers looked like me, the administrative, department looked like me, to people looking at me for not looking like them, and that really hadn't happened in my life, because in high school there were other ballerinas. Everyone was, mixed, black, white, Asian, everything, but to be the absolute only minority, I began to feel a bit insecure, to look at myself, kind of like, what's happening? Why are all these eyes on me? And I didn't like it. But I knew that I had to persevere and keep going, because this is what my decision was. I left my comfort zone, which was Dance Theater of Harlem, to explore, to find something else that I didn't know what that something else was, but I knew there was something out there for me, that I had to explore. In my company that first season, I was the darkest girl. I felt the difference. I felt the difference in the way the choreographers looked at me, but I don't know if that was my own insecurity as far as me being in my own skin. That was my go-to. If I didn't get a good correction, I think, okay, it's because I'm dark. That was the first thing that went through my head. And as the years went on, I owned my skin a bit more in that country, because there still was no one else. There was still no one else. A lot of mixed race ballerinas, which is amazing for those mixed race kids who need someone to look up to. But as far as the darker boys and girls, there was no one, So I still feel like I needed to be the performing face and the kind of mentor and role model for them. And as I began to get more and more comfortable in my skin, I began to grow as an artist and get better technically, and also take on the responsibility of being the role model as a black ballerina, to show the little kids, boys and girls, that it is possible, Their whole thing is, we have flat feet, big butts, all those negative things. But I've seen beautiful ballerinas, beautiful bodies, as dark as me, darker than me, beautiful feet, everything. And I feel like it's just the amount of effort and time that you put into the dancer, as they do everywhere. They do that in Cuba, they do that in Russia. Not everybody is born with everything. You make it into something. And I think that's my goal and calling.